Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. We're here today to do a short video in response to a question on patient advocacy and Dan, you do all these videos, you never talk about patient advocacy. You never talk about who's responsible for answering the patient questions. Is the CRC just responsible to the sponsor? The answer is no. Patient advocacy that's implied, that's built in. Remember I talked about the three umbrellas. There's GCP, which is good clinical practice. GCP is 100% about patient safety. Patient safety is the forefront of GCP. Maybe not 100%, but it's the theme of GCP. Do no harm to patients. Everything, put the patients first. Patient centricity, that's all GCP. All right, that's implied as part of the job for both a PI and a study coordinator. The second umbrella is the protocol. It has to fall under GCP. The protocol is where coordinators and PIs, under the context and the framework of GCP, execute the protocol on behalf of the sponsor. And then the third umbrella is the site SOP, standard operating procedures, which, by the way, has tons of patient advocacy, patient oversight, patient-centric guidelines. So the fact that I don't mention it as much as some of the other stuff is because this is aimed at helping people do their jobs. It's implied that patient centricity, patient advocacy, answering patient queries is part of GCP, and that's also part of the protocol. I mean, process of consent needs to be documented every time a patient completes consent form. Patient queries need to be documented. Anytime a patient comes into the clinic and they say something, or they complain of a headache, or they say they're doing fine, those are all documented in the progress notes. When patients ask questions of the coordinator or the PI, if you're following good clinical practice properly, you are documenting these things. So yes, the fact that I don't mention these things a lot is because it's already implied as part of the job. That's the easy part. That's the human part of doing clinical research. The more technical part is following the protocol, knowing what an interim monitoring visit is, knowing how to do a CAPA plan. Patient-centric things, that's a little bit easier to teach, but it's more important actually than following protocols and doing those things. GCP is the first layer of these three umbrellas. So GCP, again, all about the patient, putting the patient first. So that's all integrated into the job responsibilities, number one, of the PI, and number two, of the study coordinator to help the PI do these things. So don't forget that. Take care. Bye-bye.